Welcome in, Ari Mizell. Ari, what's shaking, man?
Hey, Keith, how are you? Nice intro.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Like I said, we're trying to up the production quality, and every single show, it appears that we're not only the guests getting better, and that's not a shot at the previous guests. Not a shot.
Or the guests that will come after me.
Or the guests that will come after you. Yes, yeah. It's funny because are you a parent?
5 times.
Okay, yes, so am I. And do you have a favorite? Or do you have a favorite son or a daughter, or do you have a no? Because of course,
it depends on the day.
That's saying I don't have a favorite guest, although every single day I seem to have a favorite guest. I'm like, oh, this is I get off the show and rolling, producer rolling. This has been the best guest. But listen, thanks for being here today. Where are you joining us from?
Princeton, New Jersey.
Hi, Princeton, New Jersey. So you didn't move far from where you went to Wharton. Am I correct?
And I grew up in New York City, so we've been here for about 3 years now.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So I have to tell you, when I came across the business and your profile, and I found you're described as a self-described overwhelmologist. And that's when I knew that this idea of the long tail exists for everybody, right? We can pick a brand, we can pick a branding of ourselves, we can pick a niche, and we can monetize it. So tell the audience what this idea of being an overwhelmologist is.
Yeah, first of all, I didn't quite pick it picked me, because I had been working in construction and real estate development for several years, and then I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which had just enormous effects on my ability to get things done. And ultimately, what happened was I was presented with this question of what would you do if you could only work an hour a day, which has been the sort of genesis of everything that's come since then. The overwhelm part of it is that the overwhelm comes in so many different forms for people, and I think more and more people are experiencing it, whether it's from just work or work and family or sort of everything in between. And I see so much overwhelm in so many different facets of people's lives, and a lot of it just happens because they don't know what's causing the overwhelm. And I know that sounds very circular, but this sort of like impending doom that everybody seems to have because they just don't have systems in place. They're not organized. They can't communicate, to delegate, to automate things that they need to, is a big part of it. And ultimately, what we see is this extreme form of overwhelm where people get into a state that they feel like no matter what they do, they're going to disappoint somebody. So that's a really tough place to be. And most people have been there at some point.
So you sit down with these people and help them be less overwhelmed. Would I describe that properly?